Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle DeTeach, or Coach Danni D, and I help women entrepreneurs and professionals to achieve their personal success stories that include joy, fulfillment, and balance. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease, be successful, and enjoy your life. My happy place is spending as much time in my PJs as humanly possible. And I want to help other women find their happy space while running profitable businesses or having a successful career. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. This is your host, Coach Danni D. Always here helping you find that space where you are living a life of joy, fulfillment, and living in your purpose. So I was trying to save this topic for another week, but I can't because it's just bursting at the seams for me, right? So you know, I have been saying for a while now that this is the season of obedience and abundance, right? And anybody in my circle has heard me say that like very often. And recently, sometimes you're like, let me, I've been saying it too much. Let me just be quiet, right? I was actually on a call earlier today and I'm on the call and I'm thinking it, right? It's boiling up in the back of my mind of like saying it. And I'm like, you've been saying that too much. Let me dial it back. And the person I was on the call with said, I just want to commend your obedience. And I said, God, you don't want me to stop talking about this. You want me to keep talking about this. So if you haven't heard me talk about it, it's just been something that's been on my heart for a while now of obedience and abundance. And I have been watching, in my own life and the life of the, people around me, I've been watching them walk in obedience and receive the abundance that comes along with that, right? And just my personal perspective, I feel as though there are a lot of times that God has called me to do things. And because those things sound so unsurmountable, because those things maybe sound, just too grand, or my wheels start turning in all the things that could go wrong, or all the reasons why this is not the right time to do a particular thing, right? And that's human nature. That's human nature. We we're conditioned to have those thoughts, right? We're conditioned to think everything is supposed to go a certain way and this doesn't make sense. And what I know is that God doesn't always make sense, but he knows what he's talking about. And I have been trying to be much more mindful of those things that he's saying and taking action. And I think a lot of times not taking action comes from a place of, self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Because how could it be me? You couldn't have met me, Lord, right? And we downplay it, we self-sabotage, we, find a way to kind of wiggle back out of the thing that God called us to do. And I'm I'm not trying to do that in this season. If you go back, time is unreal to me at this point. So I don't know if it was this year. I don't think it was this year. I think last year was my I'm gonna stop playing in God's face year, right? And that was a big thing on my mind of like not half stepping into what God has called me to do. And spoiler alert, I still played a little bit in his face, right? And this season, I'm really, really focused in, and I have seen the fruits of those labor. And so, I said obedience and abundance, but obedience comes first. Because sometimes we want the abundance, but we don't want to do the work part. We don't want to do what it takes to be obedient. We just want it kind of handed to us, and it doesn't work that way. We have to step out on faith. And um, I've had so many great conversations with people about this topic in the last couple of weeks. And one of the things that was said was, this was said by multiple people, and that's the thing that's so why I like felt so compelled that I had to talk about this today. Um, Multiple people spoke about how the obedience is not just for you, in the abundance as well. And so, this is going to be kind of like talking about that, but also just a recap because there's been a lot going on, and I've been kind of quiet in this space or in my business space. I've been kind of quiet because it's just been so much going on, and just really keeping up with what was happening and being in present in the moment of those things, right? So sorry that I've been quiet. It's not intentional but purposeful. So just kind of recap on some of those things. So um myself and a couple of um ladies in my balloon community, four of us came together to create a conference. And then, we had another one of our, good friends tag along as an instructor. And that all started with the initial host of the host city walking in her obedience. So God put something on her heart and she carried it out. And, it started as an initial frustration, turned to an idea, turned to this amazing conference. And, we came out of it, and I'm still in afterglow from it, of really seeing it come together so beautifully and so perfectly, but also seeing the lives that were changed and impacted by us all walking in obedience. There are, some projects that I'm going to start sharing and rolling out that are going on behind the scenes um, with the workflow, but more connected to the podcast community that, I, again, were concepts, either my own concepts or concepts that other people put in front of me, right? And I love that about God as well, is when you stay in obedience, he not only sends you messages through himself, but he sends you messages through the people that are closest to you. And it takes a certain amount of obedience for that person, right, to share it with you. Because I know I've been that person to other people sometimes, and it always feels a little weird, like, rolling up on somebody and saying, well, God told me to tell you X, Y, and Z. So that's another form of obedience leading to something powerful and meaningful. Um, Today, I started this milestone program. Um, Someone in my circle recommended it to me, and in obedience, I moved forward with it. Today, I was kind of, you know, not sure where it was going to go, as far as like, getting on this call, like, what is this going to be like? And just getting on there, being obedient and stepping into it. And, this was just the onboarding, and in the breakout sessions, like, we were almost tearing up, and it wasn't even like a crying sort of thing, but it's just that obedience and seeing the other side of it. And I'm sharing this for several reasons. One, just because I can't not, because I love seeing the people in my life walk in abundance. Like, I'm just, You know, yes, I love it for myself, but I love it for everyone else around me. Like I love seeing us all move forward, and I love us embracing a different definition of success. Y'all know I'm about holistic success. Like it's something uh, deeper. It's something deeper there that goes beyond the traditional measures of success. It can accompany them, right? But it's something deeper. So I want you to, tap into where are you not being obedient and why? Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Imposter syndrome? Um, and I'm just naming the things that I know from working with clients that it tends to be. Is it, y'all know I calendar detox. Is it that? Because sometimes is that you have so many things on your calendar that don't belong there that you can't focus on the things that do. So is it that? What is it that's keeping you from walking in obedience? Is it fear? It's probably fear. Um, but do it scared. Do it scared. Don't believe that the people that you see doing things, like if you're sitting still and you're watching life like it's a movie, right? Because it's not a movie. Is real, and the people that you see stepping into the abundance is because they took action. That's what the obedience is. They took action. It's not a spectator sport. You got to take action, and don't believe that they're not taking action afraid, uncertain, confused. I've mentioned in previous episodes that I've been praying differently. I really have been praying to God differently. And so I've been praying when I'm fearful. Lord, give me the courage to keep moving. Lord, help me to quiet the fear. Lord, help me to be bold. So I've been praying to God for whatever it is that I feel like I need in that moment. Lord, help me to show up today when I don't feel like it. Lord, help me to see your direction, right? So I want you to take a moment. I want you to sit back and I want you to really think about where God is trying to move you, how you are stalling, hiding, making excuses, and what bold action can you take in obedience so that you can see your abundance and that the others that are served by your abundance can be served. So that's all I got for y'all. I just had to put that on y'all. Um, be on the lookout because there's so many things that are happening that are coming forward. I get a little sip of water because I'm still fighting with this little hanging cough. It's getting better. But keep your eyes out there. Several things. Next month is the next round of the Calendar Detox Challenge. So starting October 1st, we'll be starting the next round of the Calendar Detox Challenge. Well, that's October. So hey, we're about to get into, y'all know I don't fool with y'all during the holiday season. So if you are trying to detox that calendar before you enter into 2026, get into this round because I'm not. Once the holidays hit, it's family time, and I don't know y'all like that. So get into this round if you are interested in doing that before 2026. If not, we will meet up in the new year. Um, I shared this at the conference. I don't think I've shared it out yet, but I will work on making that connection today. But I am doing another round of the luxury brand experience, setting up that experience in Dubsado for your CRM. So if you are in need of doing, setting up your CRM system, I am starting the next round of that. So check the link in the bio for that. I'm trying to think of anything else that's like jumping out. Um, I'm gonna give you a teaser because I do have a few bigger projects that are going on in the background. So in the near future, I will be launching a Profits in Pajamas retreat. So look out for that. So that's going to be a CEO safe space retreat. So that will be launching in the next couple of weeks. And then also I will be doing a Profits in Pajamas summit. So the retreat will be an intimate experience. It's just going to be 10 women. The summit is going to be open to the public, and that's going to be a full-on summit with a lot of the past guests from the Profits in Pajamas podcast. And that's going to be really hard hitting on um, moving forward in your business in a way that you can also sustain yourself and be productive and restful. So that's going to be amazing. I can't wait um, to start sharing more about that with you guys. But just mark your calendars, March 2026. Um, it's going to be a lot going on. So just mark your calendars for that. And as we get closer, I will start sharing some more information about those two amazing events, as well as one other little surprise project that we're working on behind the scenes. So I think I covered everything that's going on right now. Um, if not, I will share it with you the next episode. So don't worry, I'll try to keep y'all in the loop as much as possible. But have an amazing rest of your week and make sure that you are walking in obedience. All right, guys, see you next week with a great guest episode. So I'm very excited about that as well. Thanks for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with these. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. For more information about creating balance in your life, register for my upcoming calendar detox challenge at CoachDanniD.com. Don't forget to subscribe, join the community, and book a call to find the workflow program that best fits your needs.